Hello and welcome to another episode of the DMG Tech Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Parkinson, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at PlayerFM. Sorry about that, I just had to make sure that we're recording there. And PlayerFM is going to be what I recommend for all you podcast lovers out there. The reason being it is free of charge, you don't have to pay for anything. And the key factor is if you are a Chromecast user, you will notice that we have a free Chromecast support. A lot of the other podcasts actually require an in-app purchase, which I'm not really a fan of. The reason I'm not a fan of is because a lot of those developers have been lacking on support, whereas this guy or gal, whoever's been taking care of this application, has been key. You can find this application. It has featured on such shows as All About Android, if you know about that. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that. One of the key things I do want to talk about is for you data whores. People that are, particularly careful about how much you do. Go into your download section and you want to make sure that you have 0 on both of these sections. Unless you have it under your Wi-Fi and you don't mind. I personally don't like to have anything download unless I choose to download it. The reason being is I don't want to have a bunch of stuff just on my phone unless I know I'm going to listen to it later on. If you hit this little icon on the very top, it's kind of nice here because you get little features, way everything kind of lays out for you. Once you touch into into a podcast, you'll then be greeted with a list, in which each list is you can just touch onto it. From there, you'll get what's that podcast particularly about, as long as that podcaster wrote that information in there. Coming to the tabs at the top, you'll see that there's a play later, as well as the stuff that I'm subscribed to. Everything's just going to come, even if I don't have something subscribed. So if I come in here and I look for Discover, you're going to see that there's a bunch of, categories. If I clicked one of these categories, why not? We'll just do one. Come back in here, and it should be listed under everything too. Let me refresh that. There you go. So now I have everything that's kind of popping up there as well. But if I go over to my particular one, you're not going to see those are going to be listed there because these are the actual ones that I've gone in and subscribed to myself. Now if I go over to productivity, you're going to see that that's where all those podcasts are. You can go into each one and decide if you want to keep them or not. And that's going to be it pretty much for the basic fundamentals of how that works. So you can see where your downloads are, your history is, Discover, like I said before, as well as search. And that's where you're going to come in here and you're going to type whatever podcast you're looking for. If you're looking for a particular episode, you can do it that way. Or if you're looking for an entire podcast itself, that's how you're going to find that stuff. The real actual benefit that I found of most things is you don't actually have to back it up. Now, a lot of the other podcasts, you back up your list, and then if you reset your phone, you go in there and then import it all back on. This one, you're actually going to sign in, and you can sign in with your Google account, and it just backs up to your name, just like particularly any other account would. So when you sign back in, it's going to go grab everything for you, which makes things really nice, especially if you use multiple devices, then you can just kind of log in and get everything synced onto one. Again, if you do have any questions about this, if you're running into any problems, you know where the section is below. You can leave a comment there. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.